Coming up in this episode, I depart Conwy and sail north. I have an unexpected guest. I ride out a 4-7 and have a costly mistake with my anchor. Well, good morning. So as you can see, we're out. We've left Conwy and we're sailing. We're on our adventures again, which is really good, really exciting. Forecast for today and the following days is a southwesterly breeze, somewhere between 10 and 20 knots. So we're going to be heading on a kind of northwesterly direction for the most part. We're going to head up probably to Northern Ireland, Bangor, Northern Ireland, and we'll drop the anchor there to wait for the tide, basically, to head up then through the North Channel. But yeah, we're just exiting the channel pretty much now. Breeze hasn't actually filled in, so we'll be on engine for a little bit, but I'll probably get the mainsail up anyway very shortly, just take advantage of it being nice and calm and flat. Okay, so just a little update. So this morning we left Conwy Marina, we came out of the channel, and then it's just pretty much been a motor sail then in a kind of northwesterly direction. The wind is, well, pretty much non-existent right now, but it is expected to fill in, and it's going to be coming more from the sort of southwest as the day goes on. So I think the plan is going to be to head up to Bangor and we'll drop anchor here, and then wait for the favourable sort of current to then take us up the North Channel, and then I'd imagine we'll go to Campbelltown and anchor up there and spend some time in Campbelltown, and after that, who knows. So as you can see, we're in a bit of a wind hole right now, but then as the day goes on, so does the breeze. It starts to pick up, fill in, and then, you know, it just starts to get a bit stronger. But this is now Sunday evening, so at that point we'll be sort of up here So yeah, we're just sort of waiting on that wind, and then we'll have a good sail. Well, it is definitely a mixed bag of weather today. We've had glorious sun, we've had rain, now we have fog. My friend is still here. I've tried to feed him well. He's got tuna, he's got bread, he's got oats and some raisins, so I don't think he's actually had anything. Breeze has finally arrived, and so we have 30 knots right up the chuff. So we've gone a little bit slower than I was kind of hoping to, and so I don't think I'll make it to Bangor in time before the adverse current really kicks in. So I might just continue straight on up towards Scotland and just see how the evening goes. But we are on a wing on wing setup, and then I do have the staysail out as well, but it's not actually doing too much. And then yeah, so it's just going to be a bit rolly. We're fighting a bit of current, so we're only doing 4 knots. Well, after getting about a good couple of hours of downwind sailing, I say good, it's been okay, but the breeze is dying off again now. We're below 10 knots of wind, so we're starting to roll around a bit. Sails are flapping, auto helm struggling, and we're doing 3.9 knots, so not fantastic. It is supposed to get stronger, like, I don't know, maybe I've just read the weather models wrong or misinterpreted them or something, or they're just not quite what they should have been. But yeah, I mean, at least we're moving in the right direction. We'll soon have some current as well pushing us up further north, so that'll help. It would just be nice to have another 8 knots of wind or something though, yeah, just to really just get us going, keep everything nice and steady. But yeah, other than that, I mean, look at the conditions. It is beautiful out here. Obviously fog's cleared up. You can just see the peaks of the Isle of Man over off my starboard side, and I think I can just see the outline of Ireland as well. So yeah, it's all good. I'll probably try and get some sleep. I'll go down for a nap shortly. What time is it? I think it's coming up towards 8. Yeah, 7:35, so I'll probably try get a nap and then hope this wind comes in. See what happens. Well, good morning. It's just coming up towards 8 o'clock and we are through the North Channel and heading up towards Campbelltown now. A relatively uneventful night. I woke up once where everything was like perfectly calm. I was lying in my bunk and it was like suspiciously calm though, given that, you know, we had been rolling around a lot and, you know, there was all sorts of deck noises and things, but yeah, so I kind of had the sense something wasn't right. So yeah, got out of bed. I could see from the chart plotter inside that we were then only sort of doing about 2.5, 3 knots. So yeah, came out on deck, had a look, and the Yankee had backed, so we were poled out, but it had backed obviously, and that was the issue. So as soon as I just jibed the Yankee over, it caught the wind and bang, we were off again, sort of 6 knots. So yeah, other than that, there was quite a bit of traffic, so I would, you know, had a very broken sleep, because it's not just, you know, identifying the traffic when you're sailing. I've then got to turn off the collision avoidance alarms, wait for that ship or fishing vessel to get out of the guard zone that I've set, which is usually about 2 miles, and then as soon as it's out of that distance I can set the alarms again, and then I can go back down below and get to sleep. But yeah, all is good. We've got a 20 knot following breeze now, 18 to 20 knots. We're wing on wing, staysail still up, so yeah, we're absolutely cruising along. We've got a bit of current as well to push us, so yeah, we are flying. So yeah, just a quick chart update, but as you can see, we're cruising along quite nicely. Got a good following breeze, and we're still wing on wing. We're tracking up just towards Campbelltown now, so what have we got to run? Roughly 15 miles to that ring, so yeah, we'll round the top and just follow the leading lights in to drop anchor. But all in all, it's been quite a smooth passage. I was a bit concerned about currents, you know, adverse currents coming through this area, but actually it didn't really affect us too much last night at all. That might just be because we had such a good strong breeze behind us, so we were just pushing through quite nicely. But yeah, quite a good passage so far. Obviously I was a bit frustrated yesterday. We had to motor quite a lot of this section just because there was no wind, or it was very fluky wind. It would come and it would go. Then we had fog obviously off the coast of the Isle of Man, but as the evening sort of set in, yeah, it was all good, and yeah, we've managed to rack up some good miles. Well, we're almost there. We're almost in Campbelltown. It's got the motor on at the moment. We're just motor sailing the last little bit. just to top the batteries up before we go to anchor. And as you can see, we got a lot of rain coming, so I'm well dressed for the occasion. But yeah, it's been a good sail this morning, really enjoyed it. Just nice and calm, no swell, a good bit of breeze, and we've just been punching along. So just got to do this final bit now, drop the anchor, and then yeah, time for a nap. So we are in Campbelltown. Trip went really well. I think it was pretty much a success for the most part. So I arrived, it was hammering down with rain, winds were really strong. I got the anchor down though, all was well. Wind continued to build, so eventually we were getting gusts of over 30 knots. And I was feeling pretty, obviously a bit nervous, you know, if the anchor parted or if it was dragging, I could have ended up, you know, in a bit of trouble. But you know, the swing radius and everything was really good, so I was super happy with Safar. And then this morning I had a bit of a fuck up, a really costly mistake, and there's no one to blame but myself. But essentially what happened was the wind had died down, and I thought to myself, I'll get the anchor up and then I'll come into Campbelltown Marina. I can go to the Tesco, just pick up some provisions, all of that sort of stuff, drop my garbage off, etc. And once I had raised the anchor up, there was quite a bit of mud on it, so I left it at the waterline. Just dunked it in and out a few times, just so that the mud could, you know, fall off. And then as I was bringing the anchor home, the swivel sheared and it dropped my anchor straight to the bottom. Now it was in 12 meters of water. So ordinarily I would consider swimming down, putting a line on it, trying to get it back up. But obviously, having just had eye surgery, I'm not really supposed to be in the water. And then also there's, you know, additional pressure and stuff down at 12 meters. I can't be 100% certain where the anchor is, because obviously once it's off the bottom, the boat's then moving backwards with the wind. So, you know, I've got a good idea of where it could be, but I don't know the exact spot that it fell. And yeah, was it avoidable? Probably. As you can see, I have the head of the bolt that's actually sheared off, which holds the swivel together. Now it has a little bit of rust showing around the top, but it's a stainless bolt, so I just assumed it was surface corrosion and nothing to worry about. But actually, where it's sheared, you can see it is rotten, and so frustrating, not good. I do have a spare anchor. I have a Fortress anchor, which I've just put on the boat for the time being, but I don't have a spare swivel, so that's obviously not ideal. So yeah, I'm gonna have to have a bit of a think about what I'm gonna do. Now that I'm in Scotland, it's not like I can just get next day delivery on certain things. So I will order a new anchor, I'll order a new swivel, and then I'll get it shipped to somewhere, but I'm not quite sure what I'll do yet. I don't want to stay in the Campbelltown Marina for too long, so I'll probably leave here tomorrow and just rely on my Fortress anchor. But ideally I'll probably try and go to places that have mooring buoys, just without having a swivel or a backup anchor to go to now. Yeah, I'm a little bit tentative about anchoring again until I've got all the right equipment. So yeah, costly mistake, could have been a disaster. Obviously very glad it didn't happen during the 30 knot gusts. You know, if that had sheared off in the middle of the night, would I have had time to get up, get the engine started, get the chain in before I end up on the beach? I don't know. But yeah, lessons learned. Pay greater attention to my equipment. You know, really make sure you do a thorough job of inspecting critical pieces like this. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I'll be continuing to film as I sail further up north in Scotland, so yeah, tune in, drop it a like, subscribe, share it on your social media, tell all your mates about it, tell your mum, your dad about it, all of the good stuff, and I'll see you on the next video.